Call on Part 7 just to state for the record our support for the provisions for extending the arrangements for supervision with respect to Kiwisaver schemes. We think that that's extremely important that we are doing this to ensure that those that are making their investments in Kiwisaver, as so many New Zealanders are today, that the legislation itself is now expanded to make the same requirements for managers of Kiwisaver schemes as it has done for the rest of the financial sector that will be covered by the FMA. And I think that again will provide some reassurance to those that are investing in Kiwisaver. That it'll provide the reassurance that I think people are looking for in this particular field. And so I just wanted to place that on record. I don't think that I want to hold up the passage of the legislation. I think we've had the debate on most of the important parts of it.
Thank you. We move to the vote on Part 7. We have the Minister's amendments as set out on SOP number 222. The question is that the amendments be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary will say no. The ayes have it. The question now is that Part 7, as amended, stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We move to Part 8, debate on clauses 217 to 229 in Schedule 7. The question is that Part 8 stand part. We move then to the Minister's amendments as set out on SOP number 222. The question is that the amendments be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary will say no. The ayes have it. Members, the question now is that Part 8, as amended, stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary will say no. The ayes have it. We now move to the schedules. The question is that Schedule 1 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary will say no. The ayes have it. Schedule 2, the question is that Schedule 2 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We move to Schedule 3. First, we have a Minister's amendment as set out on SOP number 222. The question is that the Minister's amendments be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that Schedule 3 as amended stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We move to Schedule 4. The question is that Schedule 4 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We now come to Schedule 6. We have a Minister's amendment as set out on SOP number 222. The question is that the amendments be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Members, the question now is that Schedule 6 as amended stand part. Those say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes. We now move to clauses 1 and 2. The question is that clauses 1 and 2 stand part. The question is that clause 1 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We now have a Minister's amendment as set out on SOP number 222. The question is that the Minister's amendment be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that clause 2 as amended stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Stand up. The Honourable Nathan Guy.
Mr. Chair, I move that supplementary order paper number 221 dividing the bill.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. I will report this bill with amendment and so divided presently. Members, we now move to the Securities Trustees and Statutory Supervisors.